Alright, day 8. I'm slightly less broken than I was at the end of the last hunt, because, well, I've had a little time off. We've gotten to do some shiny hunting in Diamond, or Brilliant Diamond. Let's just get right into it. So, yeah, we're back in this. Probably only once a week until I get it, and then who knows when we start up the next one, to be honest, because, oh my god. Oh, sorry for burping. But I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Like I said, at the end of the last episode, I was about done. I might be pretty worn down by the end of this one as well. God damn it. Already off to a good start. But I'm not too worried about it. The shiny hunting is so much better in Brilliant Diamond, which makes this hunt actually less painful somehow. Because I know I'll at least get some shinies this week. Also, you can see there I have my my info updated for the new shinies, having the Nidoran line and the one Starly that we got. Haven't gotten anything else off stream. That number doesn't include the Mudkip that I got in Pokemon Go a while ago, probably about a week ago. It was like right at the start of the Ed Sheeran event. I don't know when I'm going to get around to importing that. I'm in no hurry on it. Being that's an off-stream one and all that. Also, I'm kind of waiting until I know for sure that I can import Hoopa. I don't know if I can do that yet. Though, I also don't know if I can manage to import them both on the same day because of how the mechanics of that work. So I probably should just import the Mudkip tonight, honestly. But yeah, it was nice to have a couple days off streaming. Fortunately, I did not update my Switch when the new update came out because I hadn't gotten a chance to do any of the duping. Because I had assumed that it was some, like, kind of super involved nonsense to do duping. No, it's actually really easy. But you can't do it anymore unless you did an update. Also, I don't know that it actually... You can do it with the 1.0 version. I think it's only 1.1 and 1.11, or 1.1.1. I might be wrong on that. But yeah, it's incredibly easy. And for the record, I'm not duping my shinies or any bullshit like that. The stuff that I'm duping is like Master Balls, which is probably the most egregious thing. But then like rare candies, max PP ups. So, you know, lots of Cynthia pictures. Anyways, moving on. You know, just like stuff that you can't get extra of. Dive balls, actually. Because dive balls, other than Master Balls, obviously you can't buy Master Balls. But other than that, the dive balls are the only ball that you can't buy. Which is bizarre as hell. Especially because it's my favorite type of ball. So, yeah, so I'm duping a bunch of those. Again, rare candies, PP maxes. I was going to try and do ability capsules and ability patches. But I'm not doing Battle Tower like 75 times or however many it's going to take to get enough PP to do that. I under no circumstance. Because you have to do it. For every chain or every streak of 7 that you do, you get 3 battle points, and you need 200 for the ability patch. So you know, I guess it's not. Well, I was gonna say I guess it's not quite 75, but it. Is this number right? Yeah, I think it is. But yeah, it's just like it's an absurd amount. Same thing with like the mints. I was gonna try and do the mints and all the stuff from the battle tower, but there's no point. The big thing is Master Balls, Dive Balls, and Rare Candies. Like, I'm also doing some Max Revives as well. It's just, like, again, I have no interest in duping shinies or, like, forcing shinies. I know there's a glitch to do that as well. Because, to me, the only value in shinies is taking the time to, like, actually get them and go through the hell that is, you know, 1,500 Registeel encounters. So yeah, it's just, I don't care if other people do it. As long as your Pokemon has legit stats, I guess I should say, because there is a way to give your Pokemon, like, I know people are doing a Machop, Machoke, and Machamp, all with no guard, and then with 3 automatic Oko moves. Because the thing with the Oko moves is that they're very low accuracy, but no guard means that you never miss. And normally you can't get those moves on the Machop line, but there's using pretty much the same glitch that you use for duping, actually. All the glitches, all the dupes, all the exploits, all that shit, it pretty much all stems from the menu system being absolute fucking garbage. Like, that's the thing, it's so easy to do it. You basically just, you press 2 buttons at the same time when you're in the menus, and it, like, reeks out the menu and it spawns a second one, and then it's just, like, it's absurd how easy it is to do. Like, duping the items, the way I'm doing it is technically duping Pokemon, but, like, I'm overriding the Pokemon that I'm duping anyways, so it's fine. I'm never gonna use them. It's just they're a vehicle for getting all the Master Balls that I need. Actually, probably a lot more than I'll ever need to, but oh well. But yeah, anyways, I don't care if other people, like, dupe for shinies and shit, or, you know, do whatever they want for them. Because at the end of the day, outside of the competitive, you know, gameplay part of it, like, it doesn't matter. It's, you know, it's single player. Who gives a shit? But personally, I'm not going to be doing any bullshit for the shinies. But again, Master Balls are probably the most egregious thing I'm getting, but, like, Rare Candies, it's just going to speed up the time of, like, evolving stuff. It's like, who really cares? And stuff like the PP Maxes and whatnot is like, well, that's kind of something you need for competitive. And also, I believe you can get those with Pickup, the ability. Same with Rare Candies, too, actually. And, what else? Like bottle caps. You can't get gold bottle caps, but actually it's not the end of the world if you have effectively infinite bottle caps. Then, like, you don't really need the gold ones. But yeah, it's, I don't know. The Master Balls are just basically because, like, there's, I don't know, there's just, like, legendaries and shit. When I do legendary shiny hunts, if I ever do anything other than Kyogre, which I probably won't, or just stuff that's, like, extremely low catch rate, it's like, you know, try to catch it legit. But, like, if it's probably not going to happen, then just throw the Master Ball. And again, to me personally, just, like, the actual catching the shiny isn't really, like, the part that I'm worried about. It's just, like, getting it to spawn. Yeah, so we'll be back to Diamond tomorrow. I think this coming Monday we'll probably do a organization and chill stream, or possibly Tuesday. I'm not sure which one yet. One more. But yeah, I'm not, I'm thinking about maybe just, hunting in the same spot. I might actually move over to the wind farm area. Just to try and get, like, Pachirisu and stuff like that. But I don't know, I haven't made any decision with that. But yeah, I definitely want to get, like, 2 more star. I guess that's the big thing, right? I want to try and get 2 more star lead before I move on to anything else. And, like, if I happen to get Bidoof or Bidoof, I don't know why, like, mentally I always say it, Bidoof. But, like, for whatever reason on stream, or when, like, you know, just, like, talking, I guess, in general, I always, like, want to say it Bidoof. It's like, I'm sure it doesn't matter. Anyone who hears it knows what I'm talking about, but still. But yeah, if I get that or a Nidoran male, I would really like to get Nidoran male, but I think that'll end up being a egg one, because I'm not going to specifically, like, try to get that with its 2% spawn rate, unless, like, I'm really desperate for something to chain hunt. I actually, last night, I went through and, on my list of, like, comparing all the different Pokemon available in the different Switch games, I actually added a bunch to... Well, I added a bunch to that for the for Brilliant Diamond, and also, like, added a separate marking for stuff that I can chain versus stuff that I'm gonna have to breed. So I need to still go in and finish that. I think I got up to somewhere in Gen 3 before I just put it down for the night. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to do that so that way I can, like, see all the stuff that I need, and also my priorities for chaining are going to be stuff like Mankey, stuff that I can't get in the other games at all. So, like, in order to get Mankey and the Let's Go games, you have to have Let's Go Pikachu. I'm not going to go by Let's Go Pikachu. That's... Like, it's something that I would have done if I had to, but since Mankey is in the Gen 4 remakes, I have no reason to. But yeah, so just stuff like that. Stuff that isn't in the other games at all. Especially because, again, I still want to do more... Well, not really that I want to, but I have to do more, God, I'm sorry I'm so burpy tonight. Usually it's bad, but it's usually not this bad, you know? But yeah, I need to do more Dynamax Adventures in this, so I can get my Suicune and my other stuff. I'm not going to bother doing the legendaries as shiny hunts in Sword and Shield, or not Sword, in Brilliant Diamond, because at least currently the shiny charm has no effect on them, so there's no point. And honestly, other than, like, Kyogre or maybe Groudon, I'm not sure. Again, the one time I did a Groudon Dynamax adventure, I got it without an issue. So, but I've heard that it's also pretty difficult. So if it's something that I'm gonna fail a bunch in Dynamax adventures, then I will... Alright, sorry. I hit the wrong button on my laptop, adding on my calculator there. Anyways. But yeah, so stuff that like is gonna be extremely difficult, maybe I'll do in that. Especially because I can just throw a Master Ball now that I will have plenty of them. That is actually a good point. If it's, yeah. So yeah, honestly, Groudon might be one that I just do anyways. But definitely not going to do the Reggies in that. Considering it's going to be just the same as this, except... Well, I guess you can reset, but like, that's not... It's not any faster to reset in this game either. Is the thing. Otherwise, that's how you would do it. And resetting takes even longer in that game. It's just the only way to hunt the legendaries is through that. Yeah, as soon as home compatibility is out, we are hunting for a shiny Fione. I'm not sure if it might be possible to get a Manaphy shiny through the egg. I really don't think so. I really highly doubt it. It's not shiny lots, but like, being that it's a distribution, even though it is an egg, I don't think you can get it shiny. And then other than that, the only other shiny locks are Mew and Jirachi. Which kind of sucks. Like, I kind of wish you could, like, reset for those, but not gonna worry about it too much. And I know there's other ways to get a shiny Mew. I don't know if there's been another way to get a shiny Jirachi yet. I assume there probably has been, but I don't know for sure. But I know there's, like, you know, the events through Pokemon Go, you've been able to get a shiny Mew. Even if I had been caring about shiny hunting when they were doing that, the requirements to get to that event were insane. Pretty much you had to have been no-lifing Pokemon Go since the day it came out. And obviously I didn't do that, so whoops. Yeah, I think after this Registeel, I think first of all we'll mix in some Dynamax adventure hunts, even if we don't get this soon. But we'll probably do another egg hunt of some sort in this as well, probably after Registeel. It'll probably be something that is like a Gen 8 Pokemon, just so that way I don't have to think about if it's in the Gen 4 remakes. But yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll probably after that we'll hop over to Regice or Regirock, one of the two. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to look if there's a better way to soft reset in the Gen 4 remakes. I don't think there is. I think it's just you have to close the game and re-enter it completely. Also, I still need to make my my catcher Pokemon. I kind of want to make it Breloom actually instead of Gallade, but just getting Breloom's gonna be a pain in the ass because you have to do the whatever the marsh thing is. That basically the Safari Zone or whatever the equivalent of it. I definitely want to... That's another one that I want to breed. Probably after Fiona will probably be Breloom. Also, another thing I could do for an egg hunt in this is to do another Larvitar. Because I still need one more. So I had one from the DNS exploit in Gen 5, which I know I'm saying that I'm not going to use exploits for shinies. But then I used that, but I don't know. I got it as a result of that, and I used it, and I went, I guess I can import it. But I don't know. My main point of doing the exploit was to get the legendaries. Was there anything that I couldn't get otherwise? I'm trying to think. I think the main thing was Meloetta, and now I've gotten that through Go. But anyways, the point is I still need one more Larvitar. So I don't know. I could do another egg just for like consistency, but also since I already have like the other version of it, because we got one through egg, one through the event thing. You could also do that as because it is available as a chain in this, although I believe it's a swarm Pokemon. I could be wrong on that. I probably am wrong on that, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I... Yeah, anyways. Because that's another nice thing. The swarm Pokemon you can actually... you can chain in this. Or not in this, but in, you know, Gen 4 remakes. So that's nice. So that's another thing. I might just start, I have to figure out when you, like, unlock the chains or whatever. I'm sure I've unlocked them. I just think there's someone I have to talk to first. But yeah, then I'll just start maybe, like, whenever I do my, my chaining, I'll just do it wherever the current swarm is. But yeah, plenty of shiny hunting to be done. And none of it will be, well, most of it won't be anywhere near as soul-sucking as this. Being that we're almost half an hour in already. Trying to think. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's going to be worse than this is Kyogre. And it may not actually be as bad because hopefully they'll like fix the shiny charm. Because it does seem like the shiny charm is broken, because it does specifically mention wild Pokemon in the description. So, like, it seems weird that it only works on eggs. But who knows? It's also weird that that game is so easily broken by the menu, so, you know. So it's probably worth noting that for the info boxes that come up, I haven't. So like I haven't imported my Pokemon, like the Manaphy and Fiona, and then the other three or four actually, the three Nidoran female, and then the Starly. I haven't imported those yet or anything because you can't, obviously. But I had planned on not ever updating those boxes unless like I have the Pokemon in home already. So like for instance, I haven't updated them for the Hoopa that I have in Go, or you know the Mudkip that's shiny. But The thing is, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of shinies and stuff in Brilliant Diamond before the home compatibility is added. So like, there's no point waiting for that. So yeah, if it's in a platform that I can transfer over from, in theory, I guess I can't transfer over the Hoopa yet, but you know what I mean. It's just like, it makes more sense for me right now to count the stuff I have in Brilliant Diamond. The other thing is, I don't know for sure that I have the Hoopa, because like, obviously I have it in Pokemon Go, but it's not guaranteed that we'll be able to transfer it over. I don't know why they wouldn't let you, and the reason why you haven't been able to yet is because the way they did the event, which was really stupid, but I at least understand the logic with regards to doing that event stupid, or because that event is stupid, I understand why you can't transfer over Hoopa yet. At least I don't think you can. You at least couldn't, you know, earlier in the event. I don't know if they have turned that on yet. I'll try it at some point. Alright, sorry. I was looking at pictures in my Discord. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. I should have paused my stream to do that. Anyways. Let's see. My count is... I think it's correct now. Yeah, because we have 2 more. Alright, once again, sorry. I promise this won't be as long. Okay. Trapped in Purgatory, but I keep on making it take even longer. So we'll probably hit like 1600 today. Yeah, sorry. I know, I keep on messing with my Discord. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible streamer. Anyways. But yeah, we'll probably hit around 1600 today. I'm just going kind of till midnight-ish. And it's about 10 p.m. right now. So, we'll see. Again, being that my original, like the 207 a stream or whatever that I was doing, now that that cycle doesn't really exist anymore, I'm really not too worried about doing any specific numbers. And, I mean, I'm trapped in this hell anyways. It doesn't matter what number I get to. The number that it'll spawn at is infinite. Which, speaking of... Speaking of Infinite, probably not going to stream Halo Infinite. Actually, I'm not even going to play it. It might be fine. It might be awesome. Switching it to open world has killed any enthusiasm I had for the games. I don't want some absurd bullshit romp through, you know, this massive open world shit. Give me a fucking 10-hour shooter, dude. I don't give a shit about an open world. And I was kind of interested in it. I had actually downloaded the multiplayer, which I never ended up booting. Because I don't really care about multiplayer either. But yeah, them switching it over to open world, like, okay, I don't have time to do that, so bye. So maybe one day I'll get around to playing it. I'm not playing it at launch. So definitely not streaming it either. It might be an awesome game at the end of the day, but I have no interest in an open world shooter right now. I have enough other shit to play right now. But yeah, and on multiplayer shooters, I hear Battlefield's doing just great right now. What is it? It lost like 70% of its players in the first 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not good. That's never a good sign. But I don't know. I know Battlefield 5 launched to be just an absolute fucking shit show, and eventually it was patched into competence, so who knows, man. That's a game that I had... Not only did I not have any interest in, I've never really had any interest in the Battlefield series. Like, I played a good bit of Bad Company 2. I shouldn't even say a good bit. I played like probably 10 or so hours of it. But it was long after the game had come out. And then I played the Battlefield 3 beta. And it was fun, but that's like as my interest in first-person shooters, especially like military first-person shooters, was dying off. So yeah, I just I don't know, I've never cared about Battlefield, and then every time I hear about it since Battlefield 3, it's nothing but bad things, so I think that's a franchise I'm fine with never playing through at all. Because, I mean, they've had some really weird, dumb shit, too. Like a Hardline. Which I've heard Hardline described as it feels like a mod for Battlefield 3. Which, when your AAA $60 launch feels like a mod, it's never a good sign. I'm trying to think of any other real gaming news has come out recently. Because, like, I don't know, it's December. There's usually not a whole lot of news in December. It's just, like, releases and sales and stuff like that. Everyone trying to get stuff out before the holidays, or, like, cut prices before the holidays, stuff like that. I know the new season just started in Pokemon Go, but I don't think there's anything too interesting in that, to be honest. Not as of yet, but I mean, there never really is at, like, the beginning of the seasons. There is that Community Day next week, I think? Or is it 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks from now is the, it's not even Community Day, it's Community Weekend. But I can't wait to rack up a absolute butt ton of shinies during that. I might have to pretty much take that Saturday off of work, because that's when most of the shinies are going to be dropping. Well, let me take it back. That's when most of the shinies I don't already have are going to be dropping. I think Sunday, the only thing I'm going to be looking for is Tepig. But there is, like, a bunch of other stuff, like Oshawott, Shinx. I think Eevee is on that day as well. But, like, I already have all those shinies, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's just waiting on Hoopa, and I think that's pretty much it. Hoopa, my Marsh Stomp, or not Marsh Stomp, Mudkip, and then just whatever miscellaneous nonsense pops up. I seem to get, like, about one random shiny a month, which is nice. I mean, it's just like, it's basically a bonus shiny, right? But I am kind of conserving my Pokeballs right now. I guess that doesn't matter though, because you can check if they're shiny without catching them. But yeah, right now I'm kind of just like, just conserving Pokeballs. I'm already at the item limit, but like, the more stuff, the more like great and Ultra Balls I can get, and also just like slowly clear out some other like berries and stuff too. Because like, I'm gonna need a lot on that first day, because it's like 5 or 6 different evolution lines that I need to get all the shinies for. So, you know. The annoying thing is though, the Roselia event means, or part of it, means that you can't get Budew, which is really annoying. I think Budew was a previous event or Community Day or something. But yeah, because it's Roselia, Budew doesn't spawn, which means you can't get shiny Budew. You can only get shiny Roselia and then evolve that into a shiny Roserade. Also, fuck, I need to go through and make sure I have items for all that stuff. What did you miss? Absolutely nothing. You missed like 40-something attempts of not getting the shiny Registeel. And a whole bunch of aimless rambling from me. But that's nothing new either. You've got the rate. It's 1 in 1366, so I am just a little bit past odds. Just a little bit. But yeah, there's a reason why I'm only going to be doing these once a week from now on. Or specifically this hunt. I'll only be doing once a week because once it got up into 4 digits, it was getting pretty brutal. Getting past 1366 was just like, ugh. And so the last couple of months, hunts have just been miserable, and that's why I had to take a break. Take a break before the next Reggie. 100% yes. Yeah, I'll be it'll probably just be like 1 egg hunt, and then I'll do it, or I'll go back to the next Reggie. But yeah. I mean, we'll probably do like some more Dynamax Adventure stuff too. I'm thinking maybe sometime this week. I think either I'll do a Suicune hunt, or I'll do a organization and chill stream. But yeah, that, and then an egg hunt once we get to this, plus a lot of chaining in Brilliant Diamond. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, no way we get it on 1500, right? I was right. God, I feel like I had more to talk about for this stream, unlike usual when I've been doing these Reggie hunts, and it's just like, yeah, I have nothing to talk about. I thought I had something else to bring up that I hadn't already rambled about. Oh, right, thumbnails. I actually got, like, all my thumbnails done, or not all of them, but I got pretty much everything that didn't have thumbnails, which was the Registeel hunts, pretty much. I got thumbnails made for all those for YouTube. Which I had started to do before. For whatever reason, the font that I use for like most of my stuff, I think it's called Mad Joe or whatever, but it's like the kind of jaggy font for like the header on Twitch or whatever. Yeah, it like doesn't play nice with GIMP sometimes, and it like, even when it's supposed to be centered, it's like super off to the right and whatnot. So I just stopped messing with it. But then finally yesterday I was like, okay, well, I need to stop being lazy about this and just get it done. So now I actually have like a format for that, so I can quickly make more of them too. So like I already have the one for today made as well. And so the only stuff that doesn't have like custom thumbnails is like the Sword playthrough or Forza Brilliant Diamond playthrough. But those, at least I set them to be like the cover art. So like those at least have something, unlike the Reggies were for a while. And I got my other two highlights out for the 2 sets of shinies in Brilliant Diamond the other day. So the 3 Nidorans are one highlight, and then Starlight's its own highlight. I also do need to go back through and like make sure all my videos have like playlists, or in a playlist if they're gonna be in one. Speaking of Forza, did I see the new update? The new seasonal stuff? Yes, unless there was like another update as well. Free 1K. Yeah, I did see that there's gonna be free 1K Forzathon points, being that you basically still can't do the goddamn arcade stuff because it just does not work properly. Oh wow, there's a 15 gig patch. I wonder, I assume most of that is actually for the next series that starts next week. But yeah, that's okay. So hopefully they have like some fixes in there for other broken stuff too. Randomized position. Wow. Were they not random before? Or was it... I'm confused as to how they mean by that. And pretty much any way I think about it, it still boggles my mind that it wouldn't have already been a thing. Because I wonder if like, I guess they were like, hopefully they're like now always randomized, not just like they changed the position to new spots, but they're always going to be in those spots until the next update. I don't know. I don't care at all about Eliminator, so I'm not too worried about it. I can't be bothered to hop in long enough to get to like 30th place in it just for the points. Also, I did not realize that the tours and the like online tours were like baby's first trial, basically. Because I had to do the I skipped the trial last week, being that the car wasn't exclusive and the trial was ass. The tours are kind of fun. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Granted, that's because my team was like good enough to beat the AI, but also sucked, so they were very easy to beat. The second and third race, both of them I managed to miss it, like one of the first checkpoints. Got reset all the way to the back, still ended up finishing in first. Yeah, it seems like the AI is a lot easier in it. Also, this trial looks like it's going to be ass too. This week's. Did I see the screenshots? Maybe I did. I know you sent a bunch. I wasn't sure if those were from the trial or from the tour. But yeah, unfortunately the trial this week has the same thing as last week, where it's all there's no like rating requirement. You can just use like, as long as it's in the correct category of car, you can use however fast or slow you want, which is just asinine. Trial sucked. Kept trying till the season reset. Boy, wait till you see this one. It's the same fucking thing, just with different class of car, or different type of cars. Maybe it'll be better, but I mean, I'm not even going to try to do it, I'll be honest. I think, again, the car isn't like anything unique, so... but the first car, the Tachyon Racer, I think is what it's called. It's spelt like a douchebag, basically. Tachyon spelled right, but race. It looks like it's supposed to be razor, but it's pronounced racer, and it's just spelled like just the douchiest way possible. But I guess that's like the exclusive car this week. I don't know if there's any other exclusive cars in this this week's playlist. Yeah, that's actually, so that car was added in Horizon 4. I actually skipped the last one, whoops. But like I never ended up actually using it or even getting it. So I am a little bit interested in that. I just barely missed getting that last night actually. I didn't do the championships yet, but I did like all the PR stunts. Pretty much everything but like the championships and like the trial. But again, I don't think I'm even going to try to do that. I'll probably just do all the championships, the tour, and then on Wednesday I'll get all of like the daily challenge things. And that should be enough to get me the last 2 cars. At least this time we won't be starting the season 7 hours before it ends. Yeah. I mean, I guess that would definitely help. Yeah, other than the trial, I don't think anything this week is too difficult. Then again, nothing's really too difficult. Other than, like, the trial and, like, if one of the special, like, bonus challenge thingies is for, like, you know, eliminating 2 people in Eliminator, which is just cool. Especially because Eliminator's kind of busted. As is, like, half that damn game. It is such a shame how many issues that game has. List for multiplayer fixes is long, so hopefully. Yeah, we'll definitely have to try again to see if we can do open world convoy stuff. Again, I'm pretty sure that's more because my nat type, but score target now scales in Horizon Arcade. Thank God, that's like the biggest issue. Although I'm pretty sure they had to lower the requirements across the board anyways, because it was, even with like a huge group of people, it was still very difficult to do. But yeah, now at least it'll be possible if you have just a few people. Did they make it so that way, I've heard that you can have like event or like the areas for it spawn on like opposite sides of the map, which makes it extremely difficult to do. I wonder if they fixed that too. But yeah, the fact they didn't have like the score or like the goal scale based on how many people are doing it is actually insane. Any chance it says something about the AI in the trial, or just unbeatable AI in general? But based on the fact that they adjusted the AI in cross-country races, nah, yeah, I kind of didn't think so, because, like I was about to say, the, when they adjusted the AI for all the difficulties below unbeatable, and only in, cross-country, it kind of made it seem like they thought that the AI is where they want it, which, if it is, they're fucking idiots. It's absurd, that AI. Like, I know I've said it before that, like, all racing game AI that's, like, difficult is, it's not they're racing better than you, they have bullshit bonuses. Kind of like how in Civilization, the higher difficulty AI, they know the AI sucks, so they just give it bullshit bonuses. But, like, it's so, like, not even remotely fair in Forza right now against Unbeatable. For an issue where convoy members and other players can disappear. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll fix it. Because, yeah, I mean, that was a thing, right? We just couldn't see each other at all. Unbeatable in the first 2 trials were okay. Yeah, that's the thing. The unbeatable AI in the trials wasn't terrible. Like, it was about the same as it had been in previous games. But yeah, unbeatable in X class is insane. And then just also not having any specific class requirement meant that, like, you know, you could bring in, like, S1 or S2 class cars to try and make it, you know, sane. But then dipshit 14-year-olds with just maxed out McLarens and stuff that just, like, aren't tuned or anything. They just, you know, put every single part on it. And then the worst part is those kids, everyone in the X-Class cars doesn't know what the hell they're doing. So not only do you have an unbeatable, like, X-Class AI car, but the dude in the X-Class car can't even, like, get out at last. Saw someone bring an 800 class. I mean, in theory, as long as you can beat the other cars in your performance rating, because, like, the AI will always match the, your team. So, like, if someone brings in an A and there's a couple S1s, a couple S2s, and an X, there will be 1A, 2 S1s, 2 S2s, and an X class on the AI team. So in theory, as long as the person who brought in the 800 beats his 800, then he's, you know, he's doing his part. But the problem is the X-Class dipshits never know how to drive, because those cars aren't really that fun to use anyways. So it's just the little kids that are just slamming into everything. I shouldn't say the X-Class isn't fun to drive. They're definitely fun to drive at times, but they're very difficult to drive well. Because being that they're so damn fast, you have to, like, really actually, like, have some experience with driving the thing. Especially with no rewind, right? I always forget that rewind is a thing in those games, because I've never used it in Forza. I used it back in, when I played Grid 2. I used it a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I've never, like, had any desire to use that in Forza. It's cool that it's there. It's just I would rather just, like, restart the race if I crash out or anything like that. Especially because usually you get extra credits for turning it off. I believe that's not the case in this one, though. Need it for the boards? Yeah, it might be pretty helpful for the boards. I'm so used to doing it the hard way. Especially because that's been in there since, like, even when I was playing Horizon 3 and Horizon 4. And I never used it for the boards in that, even though there was definitely something that would have made it easier to get. Whoops. Need to get the damn one before this week's ends. Yeah, I got that, was it last week? Yeah, last week, or I think it was last week. I didn't do it this week, but yeah, I definitely get that. It's another jump one, so, you know. But it wasn't too hard. I didn't have... My car was slightly underpowered. I forget what I was using. I don't think it had dirt tires or anything on it, though. A lot easier jump, yeah. As opposed to, like, having to hit that one that's on the support tower for the bridge or whatever. Or the one that's just, like, on the fucking power pylon. I don't know when I'll ever get around to, doing the, boards and stuff. I really need to do all the fast travel boards, but I just, like, don't care. Because it's only, like, 4,000. No, I mean doing the damn board when it's full of water. I mean, yeah, that too. Island 1 wasn't bad when you know which direction to go from. That's good. Also, I know there's, like, what, the one in the hotel or the resort or whatever that's also not great. Thing is, I feel like most of them are probably really easy as long as you, like, look up someone else's exact guide. Because you can just, like, go to the same spot with the same car. And probably a similar tune, you'll be fine. Also, I did see something that one person mentioned to do for, like, jumps if you're having difficulty, or for, like, the stunt jump specifically, is as soon as your car enters the air off the jump, hit pause and go into tuning, and then turn down all your downforce settings so you go even further. And it's like, alright, motherfucker. This dude's out here goddamn living in the 32nd century or some shit. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, motherfucker, that's actually really smart. I don't know. The one thing I've been doing a little bit of is working on the Rivals events. Just like, because there's an accolade for setting a time on every single race, or a Rivals time on every single race, anyways. So I've been just doing that. I got on at least, like, I know I showed you the picture that I got of getting top 1% in a drift truck, which was cool. But yeah, I've gotten top 5% in every class of car now, which has, like, that's accolade as well. So, like, in a D class, a C class, etc., through S2. You can't do it with X because Rivals doesn't let you use X class cars, being that it's X really isn't a rating. It's more of a this is too fast for us to bother rating. But yeah, for each of those, you have to set a Rivals time at all. And I know there's one for top 10% and top 5%. I don't remember if there's another one. Also, it might not be 10%. It might be like 20% or something. But yeah, there's a couple different milestones, and you have to do that for each class. And then now I need to work on setting the times, and I think there might be a thing for doing it with different cars as well, like specific cars. Maybe not, though. But I know I have to still set a bunch more times in like just any time in all the different ratings. But yeah, that'll probably be like the first like accolade category that I max out. I don't know, maybe I'll go back to, and at least for like the road racing stuff, try and set like on every track have like a top 5% time or something, but I don't know if I'm that motivated, to be honest. Especially when I already have so much other stuff. I still haven't done a single story, except for like the one that you're required to do. I still haven't done all of the dirt races or all of the other stuff. The Taurus Gamer hosting ya. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. We're just doing some Registeel hunting. We're 1,500 in. We still don't have it. 1 in 1366, by the way. But yeah, just doing some Registeel hunting, talking about Forza, because those things go together just perfectly. But you know, there's not much else to do when you're shiny hunting the same thing 1,500 times in a row. So I need to get back to shiny hunting Regirock. Yeah, you're gonna be there for a minute. Or you'll get really lucky, unlike me, and you'll get it pretty quickly. Cars and Registeel are both metal, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Even though a lot of modern cars are heavily made of, like, either plastic or, like, carbon fiber, stuff like that. Though, funnily enough, Saturn, which is very similar to stuff like Vauxhall and Astral, it's all part of the General Motors companies, or was. They were actually doing all of their body panels in plastic. So, like, typically, like, the doors and fenders and stuff are still sheet metal. They had actually switched over to doing just plastic because it was a little bit easier to repair, I think, and just a little bit cheaper, a lot lighter. And then 2007 happened, and a whole bunch of companies went bankrupt. So fortunately, we're not all plastic yet. Yeah, someone on Reddit saying they got Registeel in 90. I mean, I'm sure someone's gotten Registeel on their first try. Especially, honestly, with the new Gen 4 remakes. Should do Runaways. I don't know if it's any faster. It's pretty close to being the same. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Runaways are an option. I don't know. I prefer doing it this way. Harder to count. I mean, yeah, it kind of makes it easier to keep. Oops. Well, it makes it easier to count when I'm not being stupid like that. But yeah, it makes it a little bit easier to keep count, I guess. But also just, I don't know. With how far into this I am now, especially, I prefer, like, somewhat playing the game a little bit by having to, like, use a move. Yeah, like I was saying, it seems like there's something with the Gen 4 remakes where it seems like a lot of people are getting a lot of shinies easier than they should. I don't mean like the dupe glitches and stuff. I mean like just naturally playing through the game. There's a lot of people who've been getting like crazy shinies. Like what was it? Austin John Plays who got a shiny Spirit Tomb just like by accident. It was like the second one that he did, and he was just doing it for his tutorial video. Because he was just doing a tutorial on how to get Spirit Tomb, and just it showed up shiny just like while he was doing that. And there's been a bunch of stuff like that with people just getting crazy good luck. It's probably The shiny rate are not like in the original games. Yeah, but I mean, like, even compared to like the modern ones, because it's still 1 in 4,000 is the base rate, or 4,000 whatever it is. It's, you know, we'll round. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably just that so many people are playing and streaming and stuff. That just, like, you know, where everyone's seeing a pattern where there isn't one, but it definitely feels like the shiny rate is jacked up. Yeah, 4,096. If they still have their powers too. No, I'm pretty sure that's it then. Yeah, because it used to be like 8,000 and whatever, it was double of that. And then they halved it, and now that we also have like shiny charm and stuff. You 192 fake Pokemon head fan. I was gonna say fake Pokemon fan, and then like my brain just like hopped to shake my head, but then skipped the first 2 words of that. Yeah, sorry, English is my first language. I wonder if your view counts now because you disabled ad block. So I hadn't brought that up, but yeah, I noticed that when you hopped in, your view actually counted for once. So I think that must have been it. Yeah, we're on the right count. I really don't know why I worry so much about staying on count when, like, I know I can always correct it at the end of every set of these that I do before I reset, or while I'm resetting. But yeah, I can't wait to hop into some more chaining tomorrow night. Yeah, probably chaining tomorrow night and Sunday, and then still not decide if I'm gonna do Dynamax Adventures or Organization and chill in Pokemon Home for Monday, and then probably Tuesday I'll just be probably just more chaining, honestly. End the week on a or my streaming week anyways on a high note. Although maybe I shouldn't say that. I got cucked on the last chain stream, but oh well. Would be Suicune still? Yeah, we're still gonna be working on Suicune. And then after that, it's just gonna be whatever I have next up. Probably, I think I have Moltres as my next one I have saved. But I'm not sure what I have besides that too. Because I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say I might try and do something that I know for sure isn't in Gens 1 through 4. But since I'm pretty much going to do all of the legendaries in the Dynamax Adventures anyways, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that I'm going to do is, in the Gen 4 games is Kyogre and maybe, Groudon. And that's only if I have a lot of trouble with Groudon. I know I'm going to have a lot of trouble with Kyogre in Dynamax Adventures, so I'm just not even going to attempt it. But yeah, boy, if I thought this hunt was gonna be soul sucking, I can't wait till I do 1 in 4,096 Kyogre. I can't wait. And by can't, I mean I'm gonna put that off until the last possible time I can do it. I'm in no hurry to do that hunt. So Galio was the other one? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways. I don't know. So Galio is not a very good shiny either. I mean, Moltres and Suicune aren't particularly interesting shinies, but so Galio is just like red. I don't know. I'll do whatever's next up on my saved Pokemon after Suicune. Hopefully we get it next time I do it. Just so I can be done with it. Other reason why I want to like really try and get some more Dynamax Adventures done is just because you can also get the other stuff randomly shiny, as we saw with the Cherrim a couple weeks, or God, how long ago was Cherrim? It's been a little bit. But yeah, because it would kind of suck if I like put in the effort to like chain something in Gen 4, and then I go and do a Dynamax Adventure and it just pops up just randomly. And it's like, well, cool. Glad I spent the time on that. I guess I can always trade away the highlight was 14th November. Okay, so it's been like 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, actually, yeah, it's probably been 3 weeks then, because if the highlight was the 14th, then that probably came out a day or two after. The trial in Forza isn't bad? That's good. Classic sports cars? Right, but it's still unlimited rating, which oh, 1 to 800, okay. That's not nearly as bad. I assumed it was completely unlimited. God damn it. But yeah, if it's capped at 800, that won't be too bad, because that means just don't use anything less than 800. But I'm sure a lot of people will. But that's not as bad. One of these days, I'm going to build something that isn't shiny for doing this. That's definitely something that I will do before I move on to a different Reggie. Because... yeah. It's added so much time. I think I did the math a while ago, and it already added something like 10 or 20 minutes to like the total hunt. Maybe I'm exaggerating that, but it was something extreme, and it was before we got to this point. It's like every stream, it probably only adds like maybe a minute or 2 of total time. Thing with classic sports is that people are gonna do a ton of horsepower and oversteer. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point. But I'll take, like, having teammates who suck, but at least their AI counterpart will be possible to beat over teammates who suck, and also they made their AI counterpart impossible to beat. I will take the former over the latter anytime, even if it's still going to be a pain in the ass. Come on. Oh my god. There we go. Did I double count that one? I might have actually double counted that one. Oh well, I'll be able to correct it in a second here. Oh no, we're right, okay. Alright, I think we're resetting here, if I've counted correctly. Which I know American education system, counting to 9 is a little bit hard for me, but I think I'm usually pretty good at getting it right. I do not know why I'm being so bad about this night. Usually I have some issues running over the dots because that's just how I am, I guess. But like, it's been extra bad tonight. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what's causing that. It couldn't possibly be the beer that I'm drinking, right? Maybe that's what I'll do for my next egg hunt. I'll do anything that's... I know I kind of mentioned doing something that's like Gen 8 exclusive, but probably something that's actually like a Galarian form, so that way on those info cards there isn't the edge saying 1 out of however many it was for the regional forms for shinies, because it is kind of... that one kind of feels a little bit pitiful. So maybe I'll do like Galarian Meowth or something. I could probably do encounters for that, but I won't. I'll do eggs because I hate myself. It's a small number to actually complete them all, so I'd go for them. The thing is, though, with that, is that some of the Alolan forms I can't really do. Or if I was going to do them, they'd be like 1 in 4,000, because I'd be doing them as gifts in this. Because I'm not going to go do it in the actual Gen 7 games. And regional forms aren't in the Gen 4 remakes at all, which is very disappointing. I guess, to be fair, the Alolan forms are in I think I skipped the last one. The Alolan forms are in the Let's Go games, but they'd still be 1 in 4,000 odds, because you're just whatchamacallit, you're just doing gift, like the gift trade things. So you're trading like a normal Cantonian version for a Galarian or a Alolan version. So a lot of them you can breed, but like not all of them. Like I think Executor and Raichu, there's no way to get without like doing the specific trade with like the Diglett guy and Isle of Armor, which the thing about that is I think those are shiny locked actually, so I don't even think you can get those shiny in this, because there's no way to breed them, because Raichu and Executor, they just like evolve from the like a normal Pikachu or a normal Execute, but they have to be in Alola. So I don't know when I'm gonna get those as shiny. Hopefully they introduce like an Alola Stone or something like that, so that like you can get those in later games. I mean, they kind of have to, right? Like they can't expect you to only ever be able to get those through the Gen 7 games. I just saw that picture that you sent on a Discord meme, man. Well, the pictures, I guess I should say, but that's an interesting livery for the Razor. But yeah, I guess I can go for like the breedable Alola forms, because they with those, you just have to breed them with an Everstone, I believe, because otherwise they'll otherwise, like, so if you try and breed a Galarian Meowth, or sorry, like a Cantonian Meowth or a Alolan Meowth, but it's in Galar, I believe it'll always be the Galarian version. But if you use I believe it's with the Everstone, if you breed with it, then it'll be the version of the original. But even then, I mean, like a Alolan Graveler right now, the only way I could get that, or Alolan Geodude, Graveler, and Golem, I should say. The only way to get those would be for me to either do them in Gen 7, that being get them shiny, I should say, is either do them in Gen 7 or go to or like go get a copy of Let's Go Pikachu, because I believe Geodude's a exclusive to Let's Go Pikachu. It's not in Let's Go Eevee. And again, at that point, it would be a 1 in 4,000, which I'm good for the time being. Especially because eventually I'm going to have to do that 1 in 4,000 for the fossil Pokemon in this game. The Dracovish and the others. Because the only way to get those is through... Oh, let me take it back. There is the raids. So I guess I could do it that way. I have to see. I assume the Shiny Charm works on the raids. So that actually might be better. Actually, I don't know if it does. It might not. But yeah, I believe it's either Isla Armor or Crown Tundra has the Gen 8 fossils in raids. But I mean, I have over 800 other Pokemon to get that I haven't already gotten shiny, so like I'm in no hurry to do stuff like that. Because the thing is, like, it will kind of suck if I get something and then like later on it's much easier to get, like the Gen 8 fossils or something that I kind of expect that to be the case with. Or like potentially Lola form, stuff like that. Stuff like Kyogre, I have no idea. I feel like if you have a team of people to do it with, it's probably easiest to try and shiny hunt Kyogre in Dynamax Adventures. But I'm not going to be bothered to do that, especially now that, like, the new games are out. And, like, Legends Arceus is around the corner, so there's not nearly as many people trying to do that stuff in this game now. But yeah, I definitely do want to bump that number up to be a little bit better than 1 of 37. When does Legends Arceus come out? February, I think? Way too soon is the answer, because there's no way in hell that game is ready. Like, it definitely, from what we've seen of it since the initial reveal, it definitely looks a lot better. Because the initial reveal, I mean, so it looked like it was a goddamn PowerPoint presentation with how badly it was running. Especially some of the animations. But yeah, I think it's February. I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. I'm definitely gonna get it. I'm gonna get it and play it and all that, but I don't have high hopes for how well that game performs. It'll probably be, when it works right, it'll probably be okay in terms of like fun, but I'm definitely glad they're doing something new with it. I don't think it's gonna perform particularly well. It's definitely a game that could have used a Switch Pro, but you know, Nintendo didn't do that, which, to be fair, they made it very clear that, like, they weren't really, let's see, I think I'm one behind, so now we need one more. Like, people got super, like, they had their hopes super high up for, like, the new Twitch model to be like, or not Twitch, Switch model to be like a Switch Pro, and Nintendo was like, you guys are setting your expectations way too high. Before they even revealed it, they were like, yeah, it's not like gonna be a Switch Pro or anything like that. But it is a shame they just like released basically the exact same console again, just with a better screen. Especially being that OLED isn't 100% better in every way. Like, I definitely prefer OLED screens, but burn-in is definitely an issue, especially with this Switch, which is like a little bit more aimed at a younger audience. Well, maybe not aimed, but like if there's a console I expect a younger kid to have, it's a Switch. And you know some of them are gonna just like put that thing down. I guess to be fair, most of them probably have the Switch Lite, but like you know there's gonna be some little kid that puts their game down with the screen still on, and then is super upset when their screen is just like completely burned in. You can fix it generally, but like after a certain point, it becomes kind of impossible to recover. But I guess the Switch Pro, or not the Switch Pro, the Switch OLED comes with the better dock too, that actually has an Ethernet port built in. That's something that I can't believe that Nintendo didn't think was important. Like, admittedly, yes, I do use my Switch purely in Wi-Fi mode, but that's because I can't be bothered to go get a separate dongle to plug into my Switch so that way I can use Ethernet. If I could, I would much rather use Ethernet whenever possible. But to be fair, I've never really had issues with the Wi-Fi on the Switch. And the games aren't terribly big, so it's not like having a hardwired connection is as critical as, you know, when you're downloading the latest, like, 86 gigabyte Call of Duty Warfare patch, but, you know, still, it's definitely appreciated. Did I say Call of Duty Warfare? I meant to say Warzone. I definitely believe that if I said Warfare. You know, the Call of Warfare's Battlefield's Fortnite's thing. Listen, you can't call me boomer yet, okay? I'm not quite 30. Give me a break here. Board of Night 2042. Yeah, exactly. Was that not a game that just came out? Honestly, with all the crossovers there are in Fortnite, I'm surprised, like, Battlefield Bad Company 2 characters aren't... Or I guess Bad Company, huh? They were the same characters in both games. I'm surprised those aren't, like, in it, or, like, Captain Price or something. I mean, Battlefield and COD haven't gotten much different with the new games because they're both hated. Yeah. I mean, I get they are different games. But also, like, at the end of the day, they're arcade first-person shooters, like... I guess maybe let's not say arcade, because that kind of has... That's more like old, like, arcade games, right? But, I think I actually counted too many last time anyways. But yeah, I mean, like, they certainly have a lot more in common than, like, Call of Duty and Arma or something like that, right? But yeah, especially with the Warzone in Call of Duty now, it's like, how much difference is there really? Like, honestly? And especially, like, 2042, it's like... If I've heard correctly, doesn't Battlefield 2042 have, like, barely any destruction at this point? At least certainly compared to the older games, so it's just like, yeah, I can... The big thing is, neither of those games have changed much in the last, you know, decade. And what changes they do make are always just, like, not liked. Partially because they've had, like, the perfect first-person shooters, right? Like, I mean, COD 4 is pretty hard to beat. And, like, even Modern Warfare 2, yes, I understand there was, like, serious balance issues, but, like, balance is something that's a lot easier to solve than, you know, other issues with, like, some of the later games in terms of their, like, pacing and stuff. Granted, I'm also very biased because of how much I loved Modern Warfare 2, but still. Arcade is right compared to Armor or something. Right, I know. That's how I meant it too, but I mean, like, the old, like if you go to an arcade with, like, the machines that, like, have the guns and stuff, like the light guns and whatever. Though, speaking of arcades and stuff, I would fucking love, absolutely love, if we could get another Hydro Thunder game. It has been so long. I think the last one was Hydro Thunder Hurricane for, like, the Xbox 360. But oh my god, I played the hell out of that game when it came out to the 360. And that was, like, always my go-to when I would, if I was at an arcade or something, I'd go, either... Like, sometimes you would find ones that had, like, a Fast and Furious arcade machine. And so, like, that was like, okay, well, you know, it's cars and shit. I gotta do that, right? But then other than that, it was, like, always the Hydro Thunder spots. Yeah, I would love, like, another Hydro Thunder game. Not, like, as a $60 release. Like, as a $20 or $30 release. Even if it was just, like, a remaster of, like, a $20 remaster of the Hurricane. I would fucking love that. Those games were so much fucking fun. Also, fun fact, at one time, I had a top 50 time in the final track on Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Now, that's because I was, like... I no-liked the hell out of that game, so I was one of the first people to set a time on it. But I was in, like, the top 50. And I don't mean percent, I mean, like, 50 people in the world. It only lasted for, like, a day, and then I was deep into the hundreds, but, you know, still, it counts. Oh god, we're not gonna get this thing tonight, are we? I'm gonna go to around midnight, which is about 45 minutes, but might go a little bit longer too. It just depends on what count we're at. We'll definitely get over 1600. We have plenty of time for that. Maybe like 1650-ish. So that way I can have done like another 200. Oh, I just want this hell to be over. See, the thing about, like, with the chaining hunts, like, my Starly, was it Starly? Yeah, I think it was Starly that took a very long time for me to get. Or, it felt like a very long time, because, like, oh, you know, the 1 in 99 odds, which are actually significantly better than that, because you're spawning 4 grass spots at a time. But, like, that's the thing about that, right? Like, when it takes, like, double the odds on that, you're still only doing, you know, 100 attempts, you know? This is just, like, if I go double odds on this, I'm at, almost 3,000. Oh, you know, this song makes me think. So, this song kind of sounds like a Stardew song. I know there's like at least one other song on this album. As usual, String Beats by Harris Heller, just another one of his albums. I haven't hopped into like the latest Christmas album that he's doing yet, but this was one that was released earlier. Anyways, but yeah, but thinking of that, Stardew's out on Game Pass now, which is fucking awesome. If for some reason you haven't played Stardew yet or you haven't like purchased it yet for any reason, go pick that up on Game Pass, because holy shit. It also reminds me, man, we need to play that sometime. It's been like a year and we still haven't played it yet. But yeah, I was just thinking about that because like it's so awesome that in theory you can play that on PC and still get Xbox achievements now, because it's on Game Pass for, I assume it's on Game Pass for Xbox. It's definitely on Game Pass for PC because I downloaded it. And on top of that, on the same day, I think they came out on the same day for Game Pass, Final Fantasy 13 2, which, let's be clear here, not a great game, but it's one of like those guilty pleasure games for me, where I just, for whatever reason, I absolutely loved that game. Wasn't real big on the first Final Fantasy 13. 13-3, if you want to call it that. It's not in the name, it's just called Lightning Returns. Wasn't a fantastic game either. But yeah, it's like 13-2. I don't know what it is about that, but like it just hit all the right spots for me. So I actually downloaded that. I don't know that I'll stream it ever, but God, I really want to play through that again. Especially on PC now. Like just the fact that it won't be on a PS3 on a like 4x3 TV from probably like 2005 was like how old the TV was when I played through 13-2. So like it would look pretty damn badass, I feel like. But again, probably wouldn't play that on stream because one, who the fuck is gonna watch Final Fantasy 13-2 on Twitch? But also just like, I just don't feel like that would be a great stream game anyways. Yeah, I was actually super happy to see that come out. Actually, I should check. I assume it does. I don't know why it wouldn't, but I should probably double check to see if the PC version of that on Game Pass supports controllers. Because I don't want to play a Final Fantasy game with a mouse and keyboard. That sounds, especially like a PS3 era Final Fantasy game. Those weren't exactly ported too well when they came over to PC on Steam. So hopefully they've done a good job of porting it for Game Pass. Because yeah, other than like Final Fantasy 14, that being that's an MMO, I feel like Final Fantasy games are generally just going to be better played on a gamepad. Yeah, I ended up actually deleting a bunch of stuff from my downloads because I had God, I still had Dragon Quest Builders 2, which I really enjoyed that game. I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to it though. It was a fun game for what I played of it, but I just don't have the time for it right now. If I ever do go back to it, I assume my save will still be okay. Because I guess it is still technically on my Xbox, but I don't know if I'll ever be plugging in my Xbox One again either. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's, I deleted that. I forget what else I deleted at the same time. Oh, Halo Infinite, because I decided I'm not going to play the single. I'm not going to play it for the time being, at least anytime soon. Because again, as I said earlier, if it was going to be, you know, a 10-hour story shooter game, sure, I'm 100% down to do that. I can make time for that. An open world shooter, I'm good. I don't need another one of those. If I find out that it's the greatest fucking game ever made, then I'll download it some other time, but for the time being, I'm not going to play it at launch. Also, that reminds me, at some point I need to actually play Art of Rally, because that's a game I was super looking forward to, and now I just haven't gotten around to. Because the previous game, Absolute Drift, was like a really cool, like, minimalist drifting game. And Art of Rally is the same thing, but like with rally cars. Maybe that's something I can do one of these days, just like as a one-off stream. Because yeah, I'm sure that probably won't do well on stream either, but like, at least it's a one-off stream. It's not like Final Fantasy where I feel weird about doing like one stream of it. I think I might be off 6. Nope, we're right. Okay. Yeah, it's absurd how good of a value Game Pass is. I feel like at some point they're gonna have to raise the price on it. Because like even at the monthly subscription for like, I think Game Pass Ultimate is like $15 a month, and it's just like there's so many fucking games you get to play. And like, yeah, I understand you don't own the games, so like in theory they can go away. Not even in theory, like a good example is the Forza games actually, because when those games get taken off the store because the kind of stupid way they do the licensing for music and cars in those games means they can't leave them on the store forever. But yeah, I mean, when that happens, if you own the game, it's fine. You can always re-download it. But if it's on Game Pass, then it's gone, and you can't get it back. So, like, I do get that's an issue, but also, like, one, you're getting the huge catalog games, and also for those games that, like, you do want to keep playing, like the Forzas, you get, like, a 15% discount or something on it. So, like, it's still good even for that. I don't know. I know I'm sounding like a fucking Xbox shill. And I kind of am, because just Game Pass is fucking awesome. But, you know. I should probably look into seeing if I can reduce my subscription though down to whatever like the normal just like Game Pass for PC is, since certainly for the time being and probably for the foreseeable future I won't be playing on an Xbox console anytime soon, so like there's not really a point in me keeping Ultimate when it doesn't add anything additional compared to just normal Game Pass, or just normal like Game Pass for PC. That is like the one confusing thing, because you can get like Game Pass for PC or Game Pass for Xbox, or like Game Pass Ultimate, which has both, and then I think it also includes the Xbox Live subscription, which you would need for Xbox anyways to play games online, which so that's kind of weird. But then you don't need that for PC because it's PC, and if Microsoft had tried to do that, they would have gotten 0 adoption on PC Game Pass, so I don't know. Also, I saw a thing on Reddit today that there's a rumor that pretty soon Sony's going to try and introduce something to compete with Game Pass, which is weird because that's basically what PlayStation Now is, but PlayStation Now is a little bit different because it's mostly just streaming. You can download some games, but it's mostly just streaming them. So I wonder what their I wonder what that's going to be like. Because I also saw another thing that's going to be like a 3-tiered subscription thing. Which is like, oh my god, guys, can we not? But I wonder if that's just like a misunderstanding. Because again, it's all rumors right now. But I wonder if it's like if it'll be like Xbox, where it's like, you can get, what is this, Netflix lol? I mean, Game Pass is basically Netflix for video games, right? And so, I mean, hell, PlayStation Now literally is Netflix for video games, because again, most of the games are streamed, the 3 tiers though. Yeah, that's the thing though. I wonder if it's like Xbox, where it's like, you can have your PlayStation Plus, which is like the paid, you know, you have to pay for that to play multiplayer. Or you can have the PlayStation, you know, Game Pass, whatever their thing is. Or there's like one that's like both of those combined into one subscription. I wonder if that's what they mean by 3 tiers. Because again, being rumor, and this was just like a Reddit headline. Imagine with streaming, you can only get 720p on the cheapest one. I mean, I could see that, especially, yeah, going up to 1440p or 4K, because like the hardware and the bandwidth to push that for the streaming is probably not great. But yeah, I mean, it would be, I don't know. Yeah, I really hope they don't do like some sort of tiered thing, mostly because I would like to see Sony actually compete again, which they have not been competitive at all, at least with regards to Game Pass. And like, if Game Pass is already so fucking awesome, imagine like if there's more competition for it. Because granted, Game Pass was basically Microsoft going, oh shit, we tremendously fucked up with the Xbox One, so we need something to make ourselves competitive again. But like, Game Pass is very much like the product that Microsoft is trying to push right now. Like, yeah, they have the Xboxes, but it seems like those are a delivery method for Game Pass, really. Because like, all first-party exclusives are on Game Pass. Or I should say all of Microsoft's, which I think also includes all the future Bethesda games, which are almost certainly going to be Xbox exclusives moving forward. Which kind of sucks, but also Bethesda games have always been a clusterfuck on the Sony consoles. Well, I guess I should say they've always been a clusterfuck on the PS3. I don't know if they were better with PS4 or not, but... And also, it's like, well, we kind of all saw that. We're all expecting that when they got bought by Microsoft. Though it was kind of funny, right after Bethesda got bought by Microsoft, and they added almost all the Bethesda games to Game Pass almost immediately. But then a couple of the games were not on Game Pass at all, and they were actually like exclusive to PlayStation Now because they already had that deal set up. So they had to wait for those to expire. So it's like, I think the second of the Wolfenstein games, and then I think Evil Within 1 or something like that. Or Evil Within 2. It's like, it was one of those games, and then like the middle of the Wolfenstein games. So it was like, it was weird, but everyone was like, oh, I guess that's what it is. And then sure enough, they eventually came to Game Pass. I'd be happy if Sony would just bring Gran Turismo 7 to PC. I don't think it's gonna happen, but God, I would be so happy if that did. I know there was the rumor with NVIDIA's streaming service when that shit got leaked, but the thing with that was that was basically only being used with by like the big developers for testing for working from home with all the COVID-19 shit. So like, yeah, Gran Turismo 7 was on there for that leak and stuff like that, but I believe that was never stuff that was intended to actually be released through that platform. They were just working with NVIDIA, that way they could easier develop the games, having to do all the work from home stuff. But yeah, like I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I would love to buy, or I wanted to say I would love to, but I will eventually buy a PlayStation 5 purely for Gran Turismo 7. That's it. Like, I have no interest in really any other Sony exclusive game, to be honest. Like, I've never cared about their exclusives whatsoever. Like, I played Uncharted 1, and I started Uncharted 2, and then went in the fucking stealth section. I went, this is fucking terrible. I'm done with this. Yes, I'm aware I quit out of the best of the Uncharted games, but nonetheless, it's also worth noting that I went, wow, this kind of sucks. Never mind, I'm done. And like, it was only downhill from there, right? So, but yeah, like that. I don't care about God of War. Horizon Zero Dawn seems neat, but again, I don't care. It's like, it's only Gran Turismo. I guess there's like the older platformer games like Sly, Ratchet and Clank, Jax and Daxter. But like, I don't know. I just like, those weren't ever games that I played really as a kid, so I have no like nostalgia or love for them. So it's not like I'm like, oh, these games are fucking terrible. Nah, I just don't care. I know the new Ratchet and Clank and the new, I think it was a. Did they make another Jax and Daxter game, or was it 2 Ratchet and Clank games? I don't remember. But I know those games looked really fucking good. They were like really good and all, but I don't know. I don't care. Yeah, I would love it if Sony had like their own Game Pass for PC that was just like, you know, even like $10 a month or whatever, and it's just like the Sony exclusives would just be like, all right. Now, if it's like PlayStation Now, where like it's just streaming, then I'm good. Because I don't know, even with like good internet, you still have to deal with latency. Like, the streaming is better than nothing. And definitely, like, if you don't have the hardware to play the new games on your system, then like, you know, it like with no other options, streaming is perfectly fine. But there's always the latency. There's always the, you know, you start getting compression artifacts, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just not the ideal way to play a video game. Hey, speaking of, how's Google Stadia doing? Have they gone bankrupt yet? Or I guess not bankrupt because it's part of Google, but like, are they ready to let that die already and abandon it like every other Google product? I know they straight up stopped first-party development for it, and all 5 of the Stadia fanboys were desperately convinced that no, this doesn't mean that it's dead. It's like, yeah, when the company that makes the platform is no longer developing games for it, it's pretty much dead. I'm sure it'll still get FIFA games for another 6 decades. But like, I don't know. That platform never had a chance. Mostly because of the dumbass way they marketed it, and then during its lifetime, they had the one dipshit director dude who threw a hissy fit about streamers, and so everyone was like, okay, fuck you then. I do find it crazy, though. There is a point, going back to FIFA, that one of the FIFA games, I think it was the first one that was released for PS4, whatever when that would have been, probably 2013 or 2014. Okay, sorry, I'm doing math in my head. But it is released on the PS4, the PS3, and the PS2. Because in like a lot of third world countries, at least at the time, the PS2 was still by far the dominant platform. So I want to say places like Brazil and India, it was just like they could still sell a lot of FIFA games by putting it on the PS2, so it was still worth it to develop for it. I wonder if that's still kind of the case with the PS3 or not. Because obviously I don't pay any attention to FIFA. If I want to gamble, I'll go to an actual fucking casino. At least there I actually have a chance, like playing blackjack or something. Or like even straight up spinning the slots. Same with how they put Just Dance games on the Wii for the longest time. Makes a lot of sense with that, yeah. God, I remember one year, I think it was E3 2016, where Ubisoft like sent out an email about like, yeah, you know, check out the recap of the E3 presentation, and literally the only game they mentioned on the email was Just Dance. I was like, is that all you guys had to present or something? What the hell? Anyways, just a dumb little aside. But yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense with Just Dance being on the Wii. But yeah, I wonder if it's still the same way with the PS3 with FIFA. Probably not, because there's no way the PS3 was anywhere near as widespread as the PS2. I might be wrong, but I think the PS2 is still the best-selling console of all time. Oh, me, ma'am, you saw that that livery for the Unimog in Forza as well? I'm not sure if that's the exact one that I downloaded from mine or not, but it's very similar. It's on your driver tar. I wasn't aware that it would use a livery that you have downloaded. That's mildly concerning just because of the all the banhammer shit going around. Which apparently part of that is like people using like actual company logos, but like holy shit, you're never gonna win that battle, Forza. Give it up. But again, I'm still not sure how much of an issue that actually is, just because it's so hard to tell. Because, like, there's absolutely the people who are like, I can't believe I got banned. It's like, dude, you had a SWAT gun in your car. Chill the fuck out. But yeah, that's basically all anyone's talking about on the Forza subreddit right now, is like any post that has any sort of livery. Someone's like, oh, you're gonna get banned for that. It's like, oh my god, people. Settle. Like, I assume it's way worse than it's ever been, but also, like, chill. One of the seasonal races is trucks. That explains it. Trucks is such a weird category in that game because it's the Mercedes race truck, the Volvo race truck, and then the Mercedes Unimog. And I think that's it in that category. And like the Unimog has nothing to do with the other two. Other than that, like it's a giant diesel pickup, or not pickup, but you know what I mean. Truck, I guess, right? It's literally in the name. There's only two that show up. I assume the Mercedes and the Unimog. Because I believe the Volvo is significantly faster, actually. Or significantly faster than the Mercedes, so it's like... it's up to another performance tier. The arrow on it is so goofy. Yeah. I think the arrow on the Mercedes and the Volvo race trucks is like actual, like legit arrow though. It's just that because those are legit race cars basically for truck racing series. Which still blows my mind that that's not in like the US. That's a European race series. But yeah, I might be wrong about that. But yeah, the arrow does look kind of goofy on it. I do like how you can get rid of the like tarp top for the back of the Unimog though. And I think there's actually like some other like arrow thing for it too. I don't think it gives it a wing or anything, but it gives it kind of like the other pickup trucks, like the off-road type like extra wheel and fuel cell and shit like that. I wonder if it's actually possible to detune the Volvo. I think it's called the Iron Knight. I wonder if it's possible to detune that into the correct class. Maybe not though, because I don't know that making it all-wheel drive would, or I guess no, because making it all-wheel drive usually improves the rating, especially on that thing with how much horsepower it has. And I assume it already has a roll cage, so like it's gonna be really hard to add enough weight to bring it down, especially with how heavy that thing already is. Okay, yeah, I just saw the picture on Discord. Yeah, I think that's a legit, like, aero package for that truck. I don't know for sure. I mean, it's not like the standard Forza wings, so, like, you know, it certainly could be worse, even if it is fake. God, I do not get why we can't, like, customize that wing at all. In Gran Turismo 6, you had, like, a ton of customization. That's a game that came out on the PS3 in... what was it? In 2013? Still hosting and lurking? Hey man, lurk away. I have no problem with people lurking. I appreciate the viewership regardless. And thank you for the host, too. I do definitely appreciate that. It's too big. I have to be in first person. Yeah, I mean, that was really a problem with those trucks, or the one truck, when they added the Mercedes to Forza Motorsport 6, I think, was the first game it was in. Is that your counter that makes a beep sound? That it is, yeah. It's some sound from a... So, like, I can do it there. It's some sound from one of the Super Mario games? I need to go double check where I downloaded that from. I think it's like Super Mario 2 or something. But yeah. And I do have a way to do -1 with it as well, but that doesn't make a sound. It sounds like a Pokemon cry. It really does, but it's not. Super Mario World 2. Yay, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking through like little sound bites to use for just like to do that, just like as an audio cue that the count incremented. I would have done something Pokemon related, but then I figured, well, let's not make it like confusing. Because like if it was a Pokemon cry, then like I go and shiny hunt that Pokemon, it would be a little bit weird. Yeah, going back to like the crappy Forza arrow, it's so weird to me that like in Gran Turismo 6 you could adjust the height of the wing and like the different end pieces, the like overall shape of it. Like you had so much customization, and then almost a decade later and Forza still hasn't caught on. Hey man, thank you for the follow. I assumed it was the Chinchu cry when you were doing eggs at the beginning. No, it's not a bad idea. Maybe once I get another Chinchu, so I have Chinchu and Lantern, I don't ever have to do it again. Maybe I could change to it. I mean, it's only my favorite Pokemon, right? That Volvo isn't in this game? Really? That's interesting. 38.28 on Regirock. Oof. I feel for you, man. That sucks. Yeah, I gotta get back to it. Yeah, stuff. I remember seeing 9K on Ho-Ho Art Gold. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't do like old school shiny hunts, especially like full odds and stuff. I gotta have my my shiny charm. Although, as I was about to say, I'm not 100% sure if shiny charm works on the Reggies. Most things I can find say that it does, but then like my hunt or especially your hunt makes it really feel like the shiny harm does shiny harm. Yeah, shiny harm is making me want to harm something right now. But I should ask, do you have the shiny charm or no for your Regirock? I guess in what game are you doing it in? Because that would be important too. You're on Unite right now? No, I don't play Unite. I downloaded it when it came out, and then I remembered how much I hated playing League of Legends by the time I was doing that. And then I went, yeah, I'm good with never playing another MOBA. Doing it on both Sword and Shield and Sapphire. Yeah, I definitely couldn't do a hunt like this in Sapphire. Though I suppose the resets might be a little bit faster just because the games are pretty quick. 38.28 in Sword and Shield and 28.96 in Sapphire. Oh. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I hope none of my hunts ever get to be anywhere near that bad. Because I've already hated it taking this long. But now that I'm not trying to just purely focus on this, I'm mixing in some other stuff, it won't be nearly as bad. Yeah, man. I wonder if that if the Volvo is gonna get added back in as like a seasonal reward, because that's a recent car that was added. It was added in Motorsport 7, I think. So it'd be weird if they already didn't have the license for it. Both at once on stream. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, my smooth brain couldn't handle trying to do 2 hunts at the exact same time. I can barely handle running over the dots with my character, let alone playing multiple games at the same time. Thinking about implementing 3DS for 3 captures. Is my count correct? Yeah, it is. Okay. Started the GBA hunt later, a bit later, so Sword is ahead. That's still crazy to me to be running multiple games at the same time. But I suppose if you can, like, keep track and focus on actually doing both, then, like, I guess it is a good way to speed it up. Seeing people do, like, 4 to 5 GPAs. Do they have them all, like, set up to the same input or whatever, though? So that way they're, like, actually doing them all at the same physical time? Because my thing is, like, actually controlling all those at the same time just sounds like a nightmare. I don't know how, to be honest, but they usually record the camera, so most likely not. That's... yeah, that's insanity. That's some, like, turbo hardcore stuff that I have no interest in getting that much into it. Like, I would like to have a shiny dex at some point, but, like, I'm not going to try that hard for it. I'm good. Especially with how easy the modern games make it to shiny hunt. I assume you're new to shiny hunting? Fairly. I mean... I only played... So, as a little kid, I played Gold and Crystal. And then, when I was older, I got Heart Gold. But then... it wasn't until, like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee that I actually, like, got back into the Pokemon games. And then, yeah, so it's only been in, like, probably this year that I've actually cared at all about, shinies. Because at first I was kind of just caring about getting a living dex. But then once I got to the point with that where I had pretty much everything I could get that wasn't like a mythic that was, you know, locked behind an event that I could no longer access or anything, I kind of went, well, I guess we can move on to shiny hunting. So... prefer shiny hunting in older gens. Gotta do BDSP though, my favorite games. Yeah. Yeah, I've enjoyed BDSP. It's, it has some pretty big issues. But also, like, so did the old games. Like, duping and stuff was an issue in the old games. It's just hilarious how easy it is to do in the current ones, but... but yeah, I will say, as much as this is dragged on, I still feel like I prefer this over, like, Let's Go shiny hunting. Just because Let's Go turns into... just like standing there for an hour waiting for a shiny to spawn. With this, at least you're still doing something the whole time. Or like eggs, you know, at least you're still moving around and stuff. Let's Go just kind of gets miserable. But it's a very fast way to hunt. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any more hunts in the Let's Go games. Being that from here forward I can do... pretty much everything. Or not even pretty much, I can do everything that's in Let's Go can be done in the Gen 4 remakes. And then significantly more as well. But yeah, I definitely feel like breeding is my go-to way to do these. Like, I'm definitely going to do chaining because, well, for the time being, I'm not going to get a shiny charm in the Gen 4 remakes anytime soon. And, like, also, it's just like chaining is so very fast. It's like Let's Go, where it's not necessarily my favorite way to do it, but it's so much faster that you almost feel like you have to. The chaining isn't bad. I infinitely prefer chaining over... I mean, the catch combos in Let's Go weren't bad. It was the, how do I say? It was the, again, it was the waiting after you finished your combo and you were just waiting for it to spawn. At least with the chaining, you, like, are doing something to reset it. But, yeah, I don't know. I like being able to control my stats a little bit, even though I don't really do competitive, but it's like, there's always that thought of, well, if I wanted to, though. That's why I'm kind of disappointed how abysmal the battle point rewards are in the battle tower. Because, yeah, doing like 60-something rounds in the battle tower, which are like 7 battles each, just to buy 1 ability patch, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I love, like, everything about, like, breeding and, like, being able to, you know, like, control natures and abilities and stuff like that. Like, I love that stuff. I just don't play competitive, so there's not really much reason to do it. So that's why I don't get too hardcore into it. But definitely being able to, like, control IVs a little bit and stuff is, I don't know. I like being able to have high IV shiny Pokemon when possible. I think one of the Nidoran I caught actually was a 3 IV. Alright, so I think I'll do probably 2 more sets tonight, which will put us at like 1656, I think, if I'm doing my math correctly. And I think we're going to call it for the night. We're a little bit past midnight. And we're around-ish 3 hours. I know I started a little bit late tonight. I don't even have an excuse, really. The weird thing is, usually when I start late, it's like... Or if I start late and I don't have an excuse... It's like, oh, my dumb ass was just on Reddit and just, like, couldn't be bothered to start streaming. Honestly, it wasn't even like I spent a whole lot of time screwing around. I just, like, I don't know. I started late. But yeah, generally I try and stream 9 to midnight Mountain Standard Time. So however that works out, again, I said it's just past midnight, so just... you know, work out the math from there for yourself. Or for your own time zone. But yeah, and every day, Friday through Tuesday. So I don't stream Wednesday or Thursday. Thursday mostly so that way I can play whatever the new season is in Forza. Or at least, you know, dig into it a little bit. And then Wednesday because... well, I need at least, like, some day besides Thursday to, work on stuff like highlights or thumbnails or whatever I need to do. And it's good to have, like, a day to just relax and not give a damn about anything. Got the last XP board. Hell yeah. So, funny thing, I'm pretty sure the treasure hunt, like, chests that you hit count as XP boards. Or, like, they count as bonus boards towards that. Because I noticed when I hit one, when I did the treasure hunt as part of the seasonal stuff this week, it popped up as, like, adding another board. So yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's probably why it was messed up. I don't know why it counts it like that, but... But yeah, I wonder if that's part of why some people are getting those achievements early. Though realistically, it's more like just the achievements are messed up because, like, how I got the achievement for discovering all the roads like 5 roads early. By the way, I don't know if I ever mentioned that I actually found the other road just like randomly during a race. I saw it pop up at the bottom. I was like, oh, it was actually over by where you do the festival float thing. Was it that long dirt road on the East Coast? I don't remember exactly which one it was. But yeah, I mean, it was somewhere over on the East Coast. Because that was the thing, like, I didn't see it until after, like, the thing popped up at the bottom saying, oh, hey, you know, you found whatever number out of whatever number of roads. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I found it. And it was somewhere near that, like, that long dirt road. I'm sure it was just a thing. Because people on Reddit said that road was bugged and it shows it's seen even when it hasn't. That's probably it then. I would assume that's what it is. Because yeah, I mean, like, I didn't look terribly hard, but I couldn't find anywhere where I was missing a road. But I had noticed that, like, the road on the, like the world map would show that it was marked sometimes when, like, and then you would go to the road and, like, on the mini map it would have, like, a little piece missing even though it'd still show it as marked on the map. So I really wish they would just, like, let you see what roads you hadn't seen yet. Just make it like a filter, like all the other, like, you know, filtering out the races and stuff. Just, like, let there be a filter to highlight the roads that you haven't driven yet. I really wish they would add that to American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim 2. Especially Euro Truck Sim 2, because that one has an achievement for 100% of all roads, and it is extremely easy to miss something because that is a massive game. Not that I'm sure if I'll ever go back to that, just because I don't have enough time for ATS, let alone the European version. I say that like it's a spin-off, even though Euro Truck Sim came out first, but you know. God, I'm still behind on that game too. I still haven't even picked up the latest DLC for it. Though I don't think there's a date for Texas yet, so I'm fine there. But I still need to finish Colorado too, and then do Wyoming. So, you know. Maybe one day on stream I'll do that for a little bit. But yeah, the thing that sucks with Forza is there's, especially with the dirt roads, sometimes there'll just be like little nubs of road that like, when you haven't driven on them, when they're like faded out, they're extremely difficult to see on like the world map. Like usually the paved roads are not as bad because they're gray, or they're white when you've discovered them, they're gray when you haven't. But like the dirt roads like really easily blend in. Yeah, I feel like this game, Horizon 5 that is, was the worst about that too. Yeah, the dotted ones that could be unseen in between the dots, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't help either. Alright, I think this is our second to last attempt. Yep, so we got one more after this, and then we're calling in a stream. Still no shiny Registeel. Because there's no way in fucking hell it spawns in the last spawn of the night. Unless, yeah, unless... Hey, would you believe me if I said that it didn't spawn? Alright, well, you know, 1 in 1366 chance, by the way. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it a stream there. It's been almost 3 hours. It's past midnight, it's late, I'm tired. Registeel has once again defeated me. My everlasting hell continues. So yeah, chaining tomorrow in Pokemon Diamond. Better than Miltank killing me. Yeah. I was hunting Miltank earlier. Ugh. Yeah, so we'll do some chaining tomorrow in Diamond. I'll try and figure out tonight getting the swarms unlocked so that way I know where they are. And then I'll probably just go hunt wherever that is, just because since those are like how the So's spawn is kind of different. Or I'm explaining it weird. I'm going to stop trying to explain it. Yes, I do mean Brilliant Diamond. Yeah, so thanks everyone who watched. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.